You guys see that? You know where I'm at? Welcome back to M Hood Fishing. I am at Bonacary at the river, but I'm not going to fish the river today. I'm going to go shoot fish in a barrel. Here, let me show you what I'm doing. Why don't you just look at this? Check it out. Let's run over here. So they stopped letting the river in. They've closed the pens. There's some seepage coming in. As you can see, little bits of river water still coming in. There's a lot of fish stuck in the locks and out in that field. It's not too deep right past this concrete that you see just under the water. It's a little deeper over there, but not real deep, and you know, fairly shallow past this concrete. So I've got a float with about 18 inches of a leader, and I'm not going down that embankment. I've just got some night crawler on right now, using a 1/2 ounce slip weight. Let's go out here and catch some fish. There's a lot of gar and other things, cats and whatnots. Just bringing one rod and some tackle in my ice chest. There's my friend Jen, who's with me today.
It's full of wheat, a lot of wheat.
Well, let me do one cast. I want to try walking out into this and see what it's like. Whoa, kind of muddy. Would you see that fish jump? Oh, it's kind of muddy. I don't know if I'll probably get stuck if I try. So we're gonna walk around and see where these pelicans are. We're gonna come right there by them, but not in them. All right, here we are. What's up?
Bottom fishing, okay?
Huh?
Maybe I should also use the float.
Yeah, I have some extra ones if you don't. This is the spot. I've fished here before when the water was much lower, so there's a lot of concrete structure. When I get a fish on, I'm gonna have to hoss him in. Been out for about 20 minutes now, and I haven't got a bite off this worm. I have some cut bait with me. I brought some mullet gut pocket. So let's try that. Let's take off this worm. Try the cut bait. There's a little piece of gut pocket right here. I'm just gonna hook it on and make sure there's no scales on the tip of the hook. Just let it hang off like that and see what happens. I have seen gar in here. Right now there's a lot of bait activity. You see the little jumps, little pops. Not sure what that is. I'm assuming there's a lot of shad stuck in here. And a lot of pelicans. I think there's a lot of shad here, so I'm going to attempt to walk out to the wall. I don't know if you can see it. Probably going to get water in my boots. So far the ground feels walkable. And I'll tell you when the water starts. There it goes. The water's going into the boots. I'm almost at the wall. There's a space after this wall between the next set of concrete where I can throw. Whoa, bit of a hole right there. All right, now I'm on the wall. Look at that. Nice, just one shad. Ooh, look at that. He's got a fish on. Look at that. Is that on worm or? Is that on worm? Look at that. It's nice.
Tail fish.
Yeah, you're right. How are y'all? Jen has another fish on. Another small catfish. Yeah, channel catfish.
Here. Use, do you want the red?
It's not a
Red
bad.
one.
Because they just got into this lock here.
Yeah.
They're pretty healthy still. Well, this is turning out to be not as fun as I thought it would be. Although he's caught 2 catfish and I've only had 1 bite. And we're pretty much doing the same thing, the same depth. I don't think the kayakers who are fishing down there have caught anything, though I'm not 100% on that. And we're losing the light. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna catch some more shad, and once it starts to get really dark, I'm gonna get out of here and possibly go fish the other side. I don't really want to be standing here in the dark. Maybe the water is too cold still. I mean, it's been colder than it should be lately. We've had some fronts come through. The water feels like 60 degree, somewhere in the high 60s maybe. Lots of shad here though. Ooh, did I catch the wall? Whoa! That's a lot of shad. I'm hung on the wall. There we go. Look at all them shad. Ooh. Got my line as well. Just worried about that. Dang it. Look at this, I got a little catfish in here as well, all stuck in my net. So I figured out that it's more like 6 feet deep out there, and I had a pretty good bite. I switched over to the chesty because it's getting dark and I want to be able to wear my head torch. I am going to put a little piece of cut bait on. We're going to stay because the cats are getting a little more active. Here we go. Finally, I caught a cat here. It's freaking Moby Dick. Use a little piece of cut bait shad, a little channel cat. Back up to the car, put some dry clothes on and try fishing the other side. Get the water out of my boots. All right, so we got in the car and we drove out to the point to fish, and there was a truck there. Thought it was a truck from earlier when we first looked at it, you know, the point over by the river over here. But it wasn't the same truck. It was a truck full of shenanigans. I don't know what they were doing in there. They were half naked, and so now we're off to find another place to fish. We might end up fishing somewhere closer to the pins or what. We've got less than 2 hours, and I just want to go fishing somewhere where there's not a truck doing this stuff, you know. So let's go find a place to fish without shenanigans. So yeah, the fishing wasn't that great, but I needed to catch more bait for 2 really big sessions coming up tomorrow and the next day. And, you know, good for Jin for catching a couple of nice cats, and I just caught a baby. So I have to say a few things about that area out there that are promising. There is a lot of fish stuck behind the pins, and there's a lot of really big crawfish out there right now. So that's good. And I'm home and I need to get ready and go to bed. So see you next time. Right, Yaz?